A couple has been hospitalized after a man gets his head stuck in his wife's vagina, and I don't know if this is a true story. I mean, I've tried to do some research and disprove it, but it may be true. This is crazy. A couple was transported to the hospital in a very awkward position after a man somehow got his head stuck in his wife's vagina during a strange sexual game. Yeah, I don't even know how you get your head in a vagina. How big is this woman's vagina? I mean, this is outrageous. Or how small is this man? Tom and Janice Morrison, a young couple from the small town of Greensboro in Alabama, called 911 to ask for an ambulance. Samantha Irving, the 911 operator who took the call, says she thought it was a joke when the man explained the situation. But where do they get these 911 operators to interview for these things? Like, what 911 operator is talking to the media? I don't understand that. I'm assuming you got to sign an non-disclosure agreement when you're a 911 operator. You don't speak to the media about these very personal emergencies. I don't believe this. I don't know if this article's true. I'm delivering the news, guys, but I can't. I mean, I gotta check Snopes or one of these other websites, but it's gonna take a while because this article's pretty new. Despite Miss Irving's doubts, she sent an ambulance on the site, and the paramedics rapidly realized that the situation was very serious. Bill Austin, one of the paramedics who transported the couple, claims they were lying naked on their bed and partially covered in blood. Really? The paramedics? They got a hold of the paramedics and interviewed the paramedics about the head in the vagina story? How is this going down? Are you allowed to just talk about this personal shit if you're a paramedic? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think this might be a made-up story, guys. The couple was By the way, if you haven't enjoyed my made-up commercials, no one's called me about it or emailed me about it, but I've had some pretty funny commercials that I made up for Weird AF News. So the couple was transported to the nearby Hale County Hospital. Hale Hospital, wow, there's a Hale Hospital in my hometown, well, there was anyways, where doctors were able to separate the couple. Miss Morrison suffered from severe internal bleeding but is now stable, while her husband has suffered only a few scratches and bruises. He didn't suffocate? He didn't suffocate his head up in a vagina? According to doctors, both could also suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Oh, really? Yeah, we could all. I suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome after a big softball loss, okay? Are we just handing out PTSD prescriptions for anything that goes wrong in your life? What the hell is this? The doctors seem to say, oh, they're suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Yeah, so am I. So am I after the Patriots lost the Super Bowl last year. Jeez. Come on with this post. We're so quick to hand out post-traumatic stress syndrome diagnoses. No, I think we save it for the people who went to war, okay? People who have been molested. That's some PTSD shit that I can get behind there and say, okay, legitimate. Everybody else, get out of here with your PTSD. I suffered from PTSD because I wasn't able to get that apartment that I really liked. Get out of town! You don't get a prescription. Wasting doctors' times. Incidents like this one, indeed quite unusual, but hundreds of couples are admitted to the hospital every year in the U.S. after getting stuck together during sexual intercourse. I'm sure that does happen, but I don't know if it happens with the head. Get out of here with the head. How many people can fit their head in a vagina? I don't understand. According to data collected by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 3,213 couples were hospitalized for similar problems across the country in 2015 and 3,789 in 2016. Yeah, but not heads, like other things. According to the same data, the Morrisons are the first couple to be hospitalized for a head stuck inside a vaginal cavity since October 2007. Whoa! Listen, guys, I know you want to get freaky, but the head inside the vagina, I mean, come on now. You're just asking for trouble. You really are. And listen, I'm down to get freaky, but listen, the head in the vagina thing, that's crossing the line, okay? Danger. Danger. Dr. Frank Olson, who treated the couple upon their arrival at the hospital, says that such extreme sexual practices are extremely dangerous and recommends to completely avoid them. Oh, really? Really? How many years of medical school did you need to come up with that piece of advice? Hey, guys, you're not going to hear this from anybody else, but I'm a serious MD, and listen to me when I tell you, because I'm qualified to tell you, that you shouldn't put a head inside a vagina, okay? I know, you're going to hear this, you're going to hear other I mean, the jury's still out on this for some people, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't try it, okay? Thanks, Dr. Olson. Jeez. Do I got to write you a check to hear that? And by the way, they got a picture of the doctor being interviewed. Wait, how do you get this? This is not real. I can't believe this article is real. You go get the 911 operator. You go get the paramedic and the doctor that treated them. They all give you an interview for the. I mean, this can't happen. These people aren't going to talk about this. Is what I'm saying. They're not going to talk about this sensitive issue, this sensitive emergency situation. Oh my goodness. And lastly, we interviewed Miss Irving's vagina for the article. The vagina says, here's the vagina's quoted as saying, whew, you know, yeah, listen, you know, Miss Irving's put me through a lot over the years, you know. She really, you know, at this point, just a penis inside me just isn't enough to get her going. So, I mean, you can imagine what I've had inside me, you know. A zucchini, of course. And I'll never forget the, the construction cone that was put up me in 2004. Wow, that was crazy. But I do like the color orange, so it was pretty exciting for me. And I gotta say, this, you know, last weekend with the head, the human head, I just didn't, you know, when she was putting that human head in me, I was like, it's not gonna go, it's not gonna go. But then she, you know, she oiled it up and it made it inside. Not fun for me though. Not gonna say. A lot of blood and. You know, we haven't gone through the birthing process, but I'm gonna say that this was the closest we've come. Gotta say, not a fan of a human head up inside of me.